Welcome to another episode of the Firepreneurs podcast, jamming on in our Firepreneurs 101 sessions, which is pretty appropriate. It's 101 because it's just me and I'm not that smart. I mainly learned all this by just making a boatload of mistakes. So just put it on your guys' radar. We are going to do a 201 series where we're going to bring on an expert, have two people in there talking about this, giving a different point of view. But a lot of things I'm talking about are based on my experiences and the way that I do it today. So phone and internet and technology fees is a prime example of the way that we do it, maybe different than the way that you do it. Some team members or some companies that I help coach and consult with, they don't even have a segment for technology fees. They just kind of group everything in phone and internet, or then they have like a CRM fee as a category. Like how you structure your P&L from a nomenclature standpoint, that's going to be up to you and your accounting professional. If you're using an accounting professional that has a lot of experience in home services, they probably have really good recommendations for you on what to put where. But for us, the way we do it is twofold. We have a category for phone and internet, and we have a category for technology fees. Phone and internet. So Fire Dogs today, we have a phone number for our Lafayette location, we have a phone number for our Bloomington location, a phone number for our Fort Wayne location, Muncie, and Indianapolis. These are local phone numbers to those area codes because they're local operations. We're not a franchise, so we like to remember to illustrate to our clients that we are a local company. We're not a franchise. So we have different phone numbers, but they're all part of a collective call center. So we still have our call center in Indianapolis. So the phones ring from those different numbers to one place. But we have bills for each one of those numbers. So the phone is the phone lines for our vanity numbers that we have, so the numbers that end in like dog, D-A-W-G. It's our Comcast, who we have for Comcast bills for our phone and internet. Both of those go in one line item, and that's for all of our locations, go into one category on our P&L, and that's where we put there. So these are expenses that if you're going to try to scale or grow multiple locations, these are considerations that you're going to have. You may not go the phone number route, but if you have a new location like a satellite, in that satellite, you're going to be needing a place to have your team members clock in and out, or they're going to need Wi-Fi. So therefore, you're probably going to have a separate internet bill. If you're going to actually go the phone number route, then you're going to probably need to have a phone at some of those locations because of E911 regulations that are out there. So it kind of makes it tricky when you're using vanity numbers in new locations with different area codes. Nonetheless, the simple way for this conversation is if you have phone bills and you have internet bills, it's probably a good idea to keep an eye on those as a separate line item in your P&L. So in our P&L with all those locations, we have a phone and internet category, and then we have subcategories so we can see Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, Bloomington, Lafayette, Muncie, and all of our future locations. We'll be able to see what we're spending at each. Which when we do our weekly budget meeting, it's easy for us to make sure that we're not paying more in one satellite than we are in another one when they're about the same size. So it's a nice quick checks and balances there to make sure that we're keeping costs low. But it's nice to have that as its own separate category. What I don't put in phone and internet is technology fees. So the way that we distinguish that is our CRM or softwares that we use for the business. So we use House Call Pro. So that's where our technology fees go for something like House Call Pro. I know a lot of other guys use Workiz or Jobber or Service Monster. There's all kinds of CRMs out there, but whatever your CRM is that you're using, a piece of software or technology that you're using to support the business. This is the easiest way to think about this. If you're using a piece of software to support the business, you could group that in technology fees and kind of make it one encompassing category. If you're using like an HR software or a call center software, even though it's like for the call center, which is phones, you may think, oh, that should go in phone and internet. Yeah, but the software is a piece of technology you're using to support the operation. For me, that would go in technology fees. So that's a quick down and dirty on phone and internet and technology fees from a 101 type person here. So we'll have experts on in the 201 series that will talk about this. But that's a quick way for you to distinguish between the two. And those are definitely categories I would consider putting on your profit and loss statement as their own individual line item. So that's it for phone and internet and technology fees. We're going to jam on. Next one we're going to do is legal and professional. See you on the next one.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Firepreneurs podcast. If you found value in today's episode, we please ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel or consider leaving us a 5-star review on your podcast outlet. Take care, everybody.